Hi guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I thought I would start doing some kind of infrequent, informal movie reviews. I recently invested in a Cineworld Unlimited card. If you're not from the UK or you don't know what a Cineworld Unlimited card is, you basically pay a monthly fee and then you can go to the cinema as much as you like. As well as this, you also get benefits such as money off food, and then you also get unlimited screenings or advanced screenings, which is what I went to this week. And the film that was on this week was Ready Player One, and Ready Player One has been quite an anticipated film of this year, I feel. So I thought I'd talk about it because it's not actually out for another week or so, I think, in the UK, and I feel very lucky to get the chance to see it. I went into this film knowing nothing about what was going to go on. Most of my film reviews probably from now on are going to be me being like, I have no idea what's going on, here's my thoughts. I feel like that could be an interesting perspective though, because I'm not saying I don't know anything about film, but a lot of the times when I do go to see movies, I don't read up about what they're about. I like to be kind of immersed in the world, and let the film kind of take me on the journey instead of me being really high expectations of what's going to happen, if that makes any sense anyway. So without further ado, I'll talk a bit about Ready Player One. So if you're not familiar with this film, it is directed by Steven Spielberg. Really different to anything he has ever done before. It's based in the future and it's all about this virtual reality game called Oasis, which people are basically deciding to live in rather than live in the real world because the real world doesn't look that great. The creator of this Oasis, which is, you know, like kind of like an Oculus Rift world, kind of World of Warcraft racing, all in one neat package, RuneScape vibes. If you ever played RuneScape, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, when the creator of this game dies, he leaves some challenges in the game, and whoever can complete all of these 3 challenges gets the Easter egg, therefore inherits kind of the fortune and the control of the Oasis. So that is the premise that we're going on. We follow this main character called Wade Watts. He is a teenage boy, he's lost his parents, so he lives with his aunt and he is just kind of living his life through this oasis, and along the way he meets different characters within the game. Obviously these are real people too, and they end up teaming up to try and complete these challenges, but also being intervened by this big company called the IOI, who is trying to do that themselves. They have like huge amounts of people that are hired to basically try and complete these challenges so that they can inherit this money and have control of this huge game, which is basically taking over everyone's lives. So the IOI is trying to stop Wade from doing this, yada yada yada. I'll say now that I don't really want to give any more away because if you haven't read the book or if you don't want any spoilers, then I will just leave it at that. But I will give you some of my thoughts. As I just said, it is actually based on a book. I haven't read this book at all. I didn't even know it was based on a book until my friend told me, I'm not gonna lie. And apparently it is a lot quicker paced, the film, than the book. Most of the times it is, obviously, because they've got to jam everything into at least like 2 hours or so. I actually saw this film in 3D. Most of the time, I really hate watching 3D films. I'm a glasses wearer most of the time. I'm wearing contacts right now. But I absolutely hate watching 3D films most of the time because I feel like they just want to use it to give you jump scares and it doesn't actually add anything to the film. But this one, I feel like you really needed the 3D to appreciate it because it is based on video games and that kind of like Oculus Rift style of headset, like virtual reality headset. I feel like you really like benefited from having the 3D glasses on because it felt like you were more involved, more inside the game, and it just like felt more, I don't know, it was really like an immersive experience by doing that, because most of the actual film is set within this world. You don't see that much of the actual people behind these characters until towards the end of the film, where, like, you know, things are going down. But I really enjoyed that. Another part of the film that I really enjoyed was the fact that it kind of took you into different memories. At some point there was like a collective database of the creators' memories which they can go into to find clues about these challenges and how to complete the challenges, and at one point they go into The Shining, and that's like the coolest thing in the world because The Shining is a very old film, so you don't expect it to be in 3D and in this like weird almost like 4D experience because you feel like you're in the hotel, and it was really cool. And I wish that they could do like 3D experiences of all the old films because I'd be right in there loving life. I mean, The Shining's probably not the best one to be immersed into because of, you know, the gross things that happen in The Shining, but it was a great experience and it was a lot of fun as well. There was a lot of funny moments that kind of took away from the seriousness of the film. One thing that I didn't really like about the film is that the relationship between the main character and then one of the other characters in the gang kind of seem to get rushed. In the book it is stretched out a bit more and it doesn't seem like they get together within like 20 minutes, but within the film it does feel a bit rushed and doesn't necessarily feel believable. That being said, they both are like teenagers, and you know what teenagers are like. Just to summarise and kind of conclude this little somewhat rant about Ready Player One, I feel like not everyone would feel like they would enjoy this film because it is based off of video games, and some people may feel like they might miss out on some of the references and the culture. But not only is it fun to watch, and especially in 3D, so I definitely recommend 3D. I'm gonna keep pushing that because it doesn't happen very often when you enjoy 3D films. But I wouldn't say that I know a lot about video games. I've obviously played video games in the past growing up. I don't particularly play any now, but a lot of the references that were in there weren't necessarily to video games. They were to films and books and movies, obviously like The Shining. Then they also had references to like just general 80s culture and things, because the whole vibe of the film was kind of like an 80s thing, which I feel like a lot of films seem to be jumping on the bandwagon at the moment of that, and I'm all about it because I love 80s culture and music and all of that. But since like Guardians of the Galaxy and like Thor Ragnarok, I feel like that's definitely going to be a popular thing, and we haven't finished watching a lot of films that do that. I feel like they need to be careful because it could be very overdone, but I did enjoy it. I feel like it worked because of the retro nature of the film being about video games and this creator's love for his era, basically. So to give the movie a rating, I would say basically probably at least a 4 or 4.5 out of 5. I enjoyed the film. I feel like it did drag a little bit. Also, we missed like a bit of the beginning of the film because the 3D wasn't focused in the projector of the cinema, so we were all kind of sitting there with our glasses on like, what is going on? Thank you guys for watching. I'd love to know what you think about Ready Player One, if you've seen it somehow, if you had an unlimited screening like I did, or if you're looking forward to it, if you've read the book, what your thoughts are, and what you'd like to see from me in the future when it comes to reviewing films and things like that, because I'm a bit of a novice at this, if you didn't already know. But I feel like I'm wasting all of my opinions by not making videos and doing things with them. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Make sure to leave me a comment on your thoughts about Ready Player One or me doing film reviews. Are you interested? Do you want me to watch things? Let me know in the comments down below. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon.